beautiful people. This is Tracy, aka Be Intuitive, off of Instagram. And I wanted to talk to you guys about meditation. I feel like it's an important subject because so many people are afraid of meditation. And if you don't quite understand it, it can be intimidating. Um, it's scary to get quiet. It really is. Because oftentimes when you get quiet, stuff comes up. Or you feel intimidated to meditate because you can't stop thinking, or you can't sit still because you have a sensitive central nervous system, or you feel anxiety, or whatever comes up for you. There's a lot of reasons why people don't necessarily like to implement meditation into their daily practice, but I just want to maybe give you a little bit of clarification on the benefits of it. And I'm sure you guys know what the benefits are, but maybe there's some of you that don't quite understand it. But the powers that be in meditation are bigger than anything else in the world, bigger than the food that we put into our bodies, everything that we say that comes out of our mouths. If we're meditating, I guess I feel like it trumps everything, because our thoughts and our intentions are creation. And so a lot of people who are living with mystery illness and chronic illness, mystery symptoms and chronic illness, there's a lot of struggling going on in the head, a lot of chattering, a lot of the negativity. Not even necessarily negativity, it's just like being sick all the time, and why is this happening to me, and people don't want to be around me, and they don't like me because I'm sick, and my family members want me to stop talking about it. And there's just this ongoing, and then also pain. I'm hurting. Why is everything hurting? Why is this happening to me? And there's a lot of guilt and a lot of anger and fear, and just so much stuff that goes on in our heads that we're not even aware of sometimes. Like, we don't even know that it's happening because we're just on autopilot, and we've never been taught to slow down. There wasn't a class in school, or if you were lucky enough to have a mother or a father who was able to sit you down and talk about these things. Because I know I'm almost 40 and my mom was never taught meditation. I know there was there was a period of time, like when all these famous people in America and the Beatles and the rock stars, and they were all doing meditation and stuff, but that was not something that was a common practice among my generation and my mom's generation. It just wasn't taught, and so that can be really intimidating. I know my first time when I was meditating, I didn't even know I was meditating. I was doing yoga. And there's a lot of people in the world that are doing yoga, and yeah, it's trending because it's incredible. And the body responds primarily to breathing. And that's, you're breathing and you're moving the body. You're getting into alignment. Well, depending on what type of yoga you're doing, you're moving into alignment with the body if you're practicing hatha yoga, and you're following the breath. And when you follow the breath in yoga, what happens is you pay attention to the body, and you're listening. Okay, I'm going to step forward here, and I'm a little tight today, so I'm going to ease off a little. And there's this feeling of you're just becoming aligned with the body, the mind, the body, and the spirit as you listen to the breath, and you're getting clues as to where the body, how far it can go, and you go to that pace, and the resistance and all the other things that the bodies show us. And in the flow of things, you're stopping the negative thinking. Now, some of you might go to yoga and they still do the little chatter in their head, and they're thinking, what do I have to do after this? What am I going to make dinner? But the purpose of yoga is to breathe and to go into alignment. It's not the whole purpose, but it's a large part of it. And to get into alignment with your body, come into your center and feel yourself and be here now, be present. So that's why a lot of people like to do yoga, and it's a meditation practice. It's a moving meditation. And as a matter of fact, in the Medical Medium books, he has meditations that you can do, the walking meditations, the sunset meditations, the ocean water meditations, all these types of meditations. And the good thing is even if we don't have any energy and we don't have any strength and we don't have any will to move our bodies because we're in a lot of pain, we can always go to the meditations. And they're not something to be afraid of. They're something to be accepted, to use as a tool. And there's also a lot of people who can't afford the organics, or they can't afford all the fruit and all the vegetables, and you can't afford, you know, to buy the supplements and or the celery juice. And so the one thing that you can afford to do is the meditations. They're beautifully written. They don't require energy, like physical, like hard energy. Like there's no cardiovascular stuff going on. If there is, there's a walking one, but it's you know, if you can't get out of bed, there's so many other meditations. And the reason that I really like meditations that involve like breathing is because when you're breathing, you're stopping the resistance. So you're focusing on the breath, which is maintaining a clear mind. And so that moment of time when you're not resisting is when the body's healing. So morning meditations are always great for that. I like Abraham Hicks. She's been around for a long time. She's pretty mainstream. And she has some wonderful meditations on YouTube. They're free and there's no interruptions. She's got 3 of them. One's well-being, the other one is physical well-being, and then the other one is financial well-being. And they're so easy to breathe and to go along with. And you just have to listen to the words. And so you follow along the breathing. And she has moments where she says breathe in, breathe out, and then she talks a little, and then you want to be keeping up to date with the breathing and breathing out, so be up to par with it. And they're gentle, and they have a really nice soft sound, and they don't require any hard work. And I like to open my day with those for 15 minutes because it starts my day. I don't look on my phone right away. I get up, I listen to the meditations, I put my headphones on, whatever you need. And I start my morning like that. And it only has to be 15 minutes. Just really simple. Or you can do the meditations that Anthony William has in the Medical Medium books, which I just love. And especially the liver rescue book here, which is, it's like 500 pages. It's ridiculous. It has liver rescue meditations. And I have been doing these meditations. I know a lot of people got the book and they're jumping into the supplements, they're jumping into the 369, they're doing all these things, but I was really excited to get into the back of this. Although I did read most of it in the front, I kind of skimmed through the 369 and the supplements, but the reason that I wanted to go to the meditations is because I've really been trying to focus on mind over matter. And the body truly has the ability to heal itself no matter what condition it's in and go back to its original source, no matter what condition it's in. It's just up to you. It's up to your mind. It's up to your thoughts. Do you believe it? Have you given up? Are you still here? Do you want to be here? Why has this happened? And it depends on how far you want to go and how deep you go into the healing. I know people, I have a really dear friend who had cancer and decided not to do chemo and radiation and reversed it through foods. I know people that can do this. I've seen it in my practice, people that just, they've been giving themselves up their whole lives, and then this fear just keeps growing and growing in this worry and this stress, and before they know it, they have cancer, and their whole life has passed away, and they don't even know who they are. And by getting into the meditations, you're clearing the mind. So when you're clearing your mind and you're focusing on what really needs to be healed, you move into alignment. And that's ultimately what we want to do. We want ourselves to be in alignment, because dis-ease just means we're out of ease. We're out of sorts. So all we want to do is to bring those back in. And we are physical entities. We're energy. We're just energy compiled together so that we can see. Like we physically are just cells. We're energetic cells. And so these negative thoughts create negative dis-ease. So if we change our thinking into our positive thinking, and then we allow the resistance to let go, and like miracles can literally happen. And the other thing about the meditations that Anthony does is that they're not necessarily breathing meditations. Like, it's not like you have to sit there and focus or like pay really hard attention. I have been doing the morning meditation, strengthening your liver's immune system morning meditation. And I've also been doing the what was the other one? I can't remember what it was called. I don't even know. It was where you do these leg holds. So you're going in with you're pulling your leg up to your chest, and you're holding it like close to your liver, and then you're holding your left leg up, and then you let it go, and then you visualize. And that's another really important thing to remember about meditation is I was really, really intimidated because I was meditating, and I was with a group of people who were meditating, and they were going into these meditations, and the meditations that they were having, their whatever they were going through, the people in their meditations, their non-physicals that they were imagining, were talking to them. And it was really intimidating because I wasn't getting the experience. I felt really disconnected because I was going into my younger childhood and going into the little girl when I was like 11, and she wasn't talking to me. Like, people were having these amazing breakthroughs. But the point is that as long as you're imagining it, it's actually that much powerful. It's just as powerful. And there's a sunshine meditation that Anthony talks about, and for people that don't get a lot of sun. And I think it's really important for us to be doing these meditations because, for one, our skies are not as clear as they are, and they're going to get less clear. They're becoming more foggy because of things that are coming out of the sky, and I'm not really going to get too far into it, but these meditations, you're just laying there and you're imagining that the sun is beaming on your unclothed body, and the sun is regenerating you. And just imagining that is so powerful. And so I just want you guys to try and dive into these meditations and not be intimidated by them, and use them as a tool, a daily tool, because they're so powerful. And you might not see results right away, but if you consistently continue the commitment to do these daily tools and these meditations, you'll see your health improve dramatically. I've seen it myself. I've seen it in other people. I've seen it in clients, and there's a reason why it's in here. It's in the very back of the Medical Medium books, and I would suggest trying it. And if you have tried it, let me know how it went for you. Let me know when you did, or what kind of meditations you do, and if you have any other meditation sources. There's a ton of apps out there that you can buy online if you want to do some even 5-minute meditations to get started, to get you started. Just practice day by day, and keep me posted. Let me know what you guys are doing. I hope you have a wonderful day. Love you guys. Bye.